Okay, so why do people work with Get Visible when there are so many agencies out there? What makes us special? So, first about me, I'm Jason Cement. I have been online since 96, but before 96, I worked as a CPA for one of the top firms in the country. They were the top firm for real estate accounting. It was called Kenneth Leventhal. All the biggest real estate players hired that firm to handle their real estate accounting. So they called it the Gilded Sweatshop because I wouldn't make plans till 9 o'clock at night to go out with friends and play racquetball or something like that. And I took the CPA I passed that all in one shot. Not trying to brag. I studied 8 points too much. That much I learned. I missed the 300 club by a few points. And then I went to law school at Fordham and passed the bar there and decided that I was going to go into business first before becoming a lawyer. And that business was an e-commerce business. Google was actually my client. They bought every magazine in the catalog that we were selling subscriptions to. And I think the term is an autodidact, self-taught. I mean, I took marketing in college and the professor was going to give me a C. She said I wasn't very good at this, and now I do it. So maybe it's just to get back to the professor. But I taught myself search engine optimization, advertising management. Social media didn't exist back in the late 90s. And ultimately, I never went back into the practice of law. I raised money, built out the business, met a guy who worked for me when he was 18 years old and put himself through college working in our business. Then he left and he called me a couple years later. He had been running an advertising division for a watch company, and he said, hey, why don't we go ahead and do search engine optimization as a consulting business? Because people used to come to me knowing I'd been online and said, hey, can you help me with my business? And that ultimately turned into a business. We worked at night for a year until we had enough clients, and then we put out a shingle like officially. He quit his day job, and we've grown now to 20 people. And every couple of years, we would add something into our business mix. So we started with search engine optimization, then we started WordPress websites, then advertising, then social media, content development, LinkedIn marketing, YouTube syndication, and now we've got the whole gamut. And I think what makes us different is partially is my background in accounting and law. I don't have the ego of a web designer. I'm not a marketing trained person, even though I've written a book on marketing called I Need More Clients. I'd say that's one thing. But the second thing is intimacy. We don't take clients that compete in the same geographic area, number one. Number two is that we do a really deep dive into a client's business, and we have clients for over a decade. So I think it's just, we don't have salespeople. We don't have account reps. We're not a typical agency. And it makes people feel like we actually have a vested interest and care in the success of their business or their law practice or their medical practice. Doesn't matter. And after doing this for so many years, I can say now we've got the best team that we've ever had. And that's also part of, I think, the charm that we have. And we just started making these videos to share the things that we've learned over almost 20 years, which is hard to believe. And hopefully you feel that we're making sense and you can follow the mantra that I've learned, which is to know, like, trust, and refer. So hopefully these videos get you to know me. Listen to the content, see if you like it. Talk to the people we've worked with, see if you trust us. And if so, then let's do some business together.